Hi everyone! So first things first, new background. We had to move around my living room and this is where my couch usually is, which I normally film on. But now I have a nice festive Christmas tree behind me and it's not decorated yet. It will be decorated for my next video, but today you just get a nice, natural, beautiful tree in the background. It's really big too. It's like massive. So anyways, the reason that I'm here today is because I have a haul to share with you. It is a Colourpop haul. I didn't go too crazy, but I think it's the most I've ever purchased from Colourpop, and I really, really love their products. I just usually do it in like 1 or 2 item increments because I don't want to go too crazy. But they were doing a Black Friday thing where like if you spend a certain amount, you get a certain amount off. So I reached the tier of spend 40, get $5 off, and then I also had a $5 off coupon. So I spent 45, got the 5 from my coupon, and then got the 5 from the Black Friday deal, so I ended up spending $35. $45 at Colourpop, I feel like it goes a long way. It goes a real long way. But let's just get right on into the haul, and I'll start with the thing that I kind of wanted to buy the most. It is this little matte set in Foxy. They had 2 sets, and one was completely limited edition colors that you could only get in that set, and then there was this one. I didn't want to get the set and then absolutely fall in love with the color and not be able to get the full size. I just was like, no, why would I want to do that at all? So I went with this one, which comes with 5 adorable little mini matte lip paints. Do they call them lip paints? I don't know. I'm calling them lip paints. It just says ultra matte lip on this. But you get this beautiful, beautiful color, which is called Clueless. And it's a really pretty brown toned pale pink, and I'm not usually one for pale pinks, but since this is more of a brown tone, it actually looks flattering on my skin, and it shows up a little bit darker than it does in the tube. But I think this is really, really pretty. It goes on really well, and these ultra matte lips, they dry like you can't get them off. Swatching these was so intense. I did it on my arm when I first got everything. I was like just way too excited, so I had to swatch it on my arm. And then I did it on my lips, and both times it was just like the hardest thing ever to get them off. At the end of trying out all 5 of these, my lips were like raw and sad, which they're going to be again because I am doing swatches for you guys. So I'm gonna go through some pain, but that's okay because you guys should all know how this looks on. The formula of these are absolutely amazing. They dry down relatively quickly. You have to wait a good like 30 to 45 seconds, but I don't think that's that bad. You're supposed to put these on with like no moisture under your lips, so you don't want to have any chapstick on or anything like that, any lip gloss, nothing. You want to start with completely dry lips. So I suggest if you are planning on wearing one of these, putting on a heavy duty lip moisturizer about a half an hour beforehand so that it has a chance to kind of like sink into your lips, so that when you have to wipe off the excess, it's not really going to matter because you already have that deep moisture into your lips. So I really like Clueless. This is really, really pretty. And the next one going down the line is Beeper, and I hate to refer to it as this, but it is that kind of Kylie Jenner lip color to where it's a little mauvey, it's a little pink, it's a little brown, it's a little purple, which I guess is kind of mauve described. But this is a little bit more brown toned than that kind of Kylie Jenner lip, and I like it. On my skin tone, I was a little bit nervous about it because I thought it might make me look a little bit washed out or a little bit strange. It does appear a little bit more brown on my skin tone and on my lips than it does in the tube, but I really like this color as well. The next one is Tool, and this one is so friggin' pretty. I like to think of it as like a milk chocolate mauve because it's not quite dark chocolate, it's definitely not quite that dark, but there is a lot of brown in this, but it is more of a mauve color. I don't know, it's really hard to describe, but it's definitely like chocolate mauve, which I think is really, really pretty. The next one is what I feel like is the most common for me, and it is kind of a bright red. This is called Creeper. It's like a candy apple red. It's very, very bright, and I think especially this time of year, this color is absolutely perfect. And I really like how this color looks on my skin tone. Being pale, I find that this bright red looks really beautiful, but it looks beautiful on pretty much all skin tones. I also think that this color on like super, super dark skin just looks absolutely phenomenal. So I think this is definitely kind of the most comfortable for me out of this whole kit. I'm not as comfortable with like the nudes and the mauves and the browns. I'm super comfortable with red, which is kind of funny. This is the most similar to what else I have in my kind of lipstick collection. And the last one in this kit is More Better. Oh my god. Like, was there ever a better color invented than More Better? It's your classic kind of berry tone, but it comes out a little bit more brown than a regular old berry, which I kind of like. I like it being a little bit more brown tone. This whole kit is very brown toned except for the red, and I just think it's so beautiful. I really, really love it. And pretty much this whole little kit I thought was like a knockout of the park. And it has this really pretty packaging. What was that? Packaging, which I'm probably going to keep it in because, like I've said in the past, I'm one of those weird people where I really like to keep things in the box. I don't know why. I don't know why. So the next thing I got is one of their lippy pencils, and I talked about their lippy pencils in my last video. And I really, really like them. This is a lighter color. I got it in Days. It's kind of like a muted red color. It's very, very pretty. It's gonna work absolutely perfect for like any red lip that I have. This one works a lot easier than the darker colors. It's easier to apply, it's easier to fill in, it's not as patchy as I felt like the darker colors were. And it's just such a pretty color, and like I said, it goes with all of my reds, from like my really, really bright reds to my really, really dark reds. It's just a really nice base for pretty much any red lip that you might have. And the last lip product that I got was this lippy stick in Silk. Oh my god, you guys. This is such a gorgeous color. And on the website, they described this as a dark burgundy, and I kind of agree with that. I think it's a little bit more purpley than a burgundy is, but there's definitely that brown and the red in there. It's such a gorgeous color. I wore this out the other night for my friend's surprise birthday party, and funny enough, there was like a 1920s prohibition theme going on in the area where I was, because I guess it was the exact day that prohibition ended X number of years ago, but they had like a flapper theme going on and a lot of bars were participating, and my makeup and my hair, I had it in like a low bun with like a side part and everything. It fit that theme so well that I was kind of like, oh, I wish I had known. I totally would have worn like a cute little flapper dress. But anyways, this color, it is one of their matte colors, and I just think it is so absolutely stunning. And again, it's so pretty on pale skin because it really just is like boom, like it really super, super shows up. And the formulation of this is really, really nice. It's not patchy at all. I do find that I have to blot a little bit because you do get a lot of product when you kind of like drag it onto your lips. So maybe patting or using a lip brush would probably be a really, really good idea. Only with this one. There are other mattes, I haven't found that at all, but this one specifically gets a little bit heavy, just coming straight from the tube. So I got 3 of their Super Shock eyeshadows, and I've never used their eyeshadows before, and this is kind of like my first foray into the Colourpop eyeshadow range, and I really like them. I think they're really nice. The texture of them is really kind of weird at first because it feels like a cream, but it's definitely a powder. You're kind of just like, what the fuck is this? But I really like it. I think that the color payoff of these are absolutely amazing, especially with their like glitter shimmery ones, which I got 2 of. And I find that if you put it on with your finger, it works best. And I kind of tend to do that with glittery eyeshadows anyways. But the first one that I got is Bill, and it's this beautiful kind of mauvey lilac color. I'm using the word mauve a lot. Apparently everything is mauve that I got. but it's a matte color and it's such a beautiful crease shade, especially when you're working with something that has a little bit of a purple tone to it or a little bit more of a pinky tone to it. It just offsets it so beautifully and it's so nice for the crease. The next one I got is So Quiche, and if any of you know what I'm talking about, as I drop the eyeshadow, if any of you know what I'm talking about, you're super awesome people. It's from Jamae, Private School Girl, which is one of my favorite friggin' shows of all time. But it is this absolutely amazing shimmer. It's kind of like an olivey khaki color, and it has violet pink glitter in it. It's just so nice. It's so pretty. And it's almost more of like a bronzy khaki. It's really hard to describe. It doesn't show up like green on your lids, and as you can see, it doesn't really look green in the pan, but it is so absolutely beautiful. And I will admit that the name drew me to it at first because I was like, excuse me? Jamae, Private School Girl? What? But the color made me buy it, and the reviews of this were absolutely amazing, and people said that these two colors go really, really nice together. Put this in the crease and then put this on the lid, and that is exactly what I'm planning on doing. And the last color I got is DGAF, and I just freaking love the names of these eyeshadows. It is kind of like a pinky burgundy gold. I don't know, I am the worst at friggin' describing eyeshadows. But it's such a stunning color, and I feel like it would have been really nice for fall, but it will be really nice around the holiday season with a red lip. I just think it's gonna look so absolutely gorgeous. And their shimmers are just like, they're so ridiculously pigmented. They're so packed with shine and sparkle. They kind of remind me of the Urban Decay Moon Shadow. These are only $6 and those are like 20-something dollars, so I would much rather pay for these. And with these, you have to make sure to keep them airtight or else they will dry out, because I guess they kind of act like a cream eyeshadow. They're almost like a cream to powder eyeshadow, but I am super, super excited to own all of these colors. And that is it for my video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this little haul. It was kind of a little haul. For me, it was big, but as far as products go, it was relatively small. Please comment down below what you would like to try out or what your favorite thing is from this haul, and give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time. Bye! This is what my mouth looks like now. That's lipstick. I don't have a blemish there. That's lipstick. This is all lipstick. My face hurts.